Hey, what's up guys? This is TBone here. Welcome back to another episode of playing Gemstone Legends. So there's a new hero that is available now. It is Dagda. It is a red bruiser hero. That means he's a tanky unit, but he can dish out damage. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about him a little bit, and this actually works really well, synergizes with the other event that's happening where you can potentially get an epic hero, Najar, based on summoning. And so I've got some scrolls saved up. I'm going to be doing some summoning, but I am going to talk about the heroes here first. So you can take a look at the information, and then afterwards I'll be doing the summoning. So Dagda is, as I mentioned, a red hero that is a bruiser, and he's in the Iron Clans faction. So what he does is he deals damage based on his health. So 20% of his max HP, and his leadership bonus basically boosts himself, so he gets more health, so he can deal more damage. His other skills decreases attack on his enemies and also inflicts board gesture. That means the enemies will deal less damage overall, and if inflicted, they can only match twice instead of 3 times for their turn. In terms of the passive ability, he's all about helping out his allies. So whenever he hits an enemy, there's a 33% chance that he will grant recovery to his allies. If he kills an enemy, then he will cast it twice. And if there are enemies that die within a wave, then he gets stronger. For every dead enemy, his damage goes up by 20%. So by the end of the wave, he'll be dealing a ton of damage to the final enemy, so it can really help out in clearing waves. And so as I mentioned, he is also good with the current event, and that is Desert Storm. So the hero for Desert Storm is Najar, which is a red warden. So what he does is he will gain taunt for himself, and he does recovery for himself, and he grants reflect to all allies. So he can get really good benefit from Dagda with the increased health. And since he taunts and reflects, he will also be a really good hero to bring with you for many boss fights. And so I think that it is kind of cool that these two synergize. And so what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the altar, and then we're going to do some summoning. Alright, so before we actually go on to the summoning aspect of the video, I did get Najar, and so what I'm doing here is I just wanted to showcase how this team works first, so you can get a sense of what Najar is like. So this is currently Darkwoods Rift 19 with a green Goliath. And what's nice about Najar is because he has taunt and recovery and reflect, he's able to heal himself while taunting the Goliath to attack him. And since the Goliath's special skill does not have any negative debuff, you don't really need to use Tessex either. So that frees you up to bring another unit that can deal more damage while also using just a regular healer. Now this would be a lot easier if you had Guinevere, but I'm showing a team right now that is all epics. So you could still do Rift 19 without using any legendary, and I can successfully defeat the boss. So what we're going to do is we're going to showcase how this works. So we have taunts, we have reflect, and we have recovery going on. And so we're going to go ahead and actually just let this go right now. The boss Goliath is going to use his special attack, and so what you can see is he's going to attack everybody. All the damage is going to get reflected back, and then he's going to focus on attacking Najar. So what's nice here is we have Liliana, who is a little bit weaker, can't withstand as many hits, but she's always protected because Najar is tanking all of the hits. So I like this unit so far. I think he's working well, doing really well in Rift 19 for me. So I think it's worth getting him because this should allow you to push further in your Rift fights even without Guinevere. Now, of course, it is going to be a lot easier if you have her, but you can have an easier time now. All right, let's get back into the summoning aspect of the video now. All right, so here we are. We're in the altar. I do have quite a bit of gold scrolls I've saved up. So 77 here, and I have 1 platinum scroll, and I have a chance to also use a platinum scroll shard if we need to. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to probably not open them all, but we're going to open at least probably 60 or 70 of them. So let's go through. Counter's gonna be up, so we can see how many epics and how many legendaries we pull, and let's go. So we're gonna start with the first one. And we're just going to keep going, and then we will stop when we get an epic hero or a legendary, and then so we can talk about what they are. But right now, we're going to be pulling a lot of rare heroes, and the goal here is, I should be reaching a point where I am going to be getting, hopefully, a legendary hero soon, because I haven't pulled one yet in all of the gold scrolls I've opened. And so this is going to be our first epic hero, and that is going to be Torsten. So I don't have Torsten, so that is good. I'm looking forward to leveling him up and then using it. So I've also got Torbjorn, and he is really, really great. All right, so let's take a look and see what we get here. It's another epic hero. So this one is Civ, so it's going to be a duplicate copy. I do have Civ already, but can't really complain when I get an epic hero, right? So let's keep going here. And so we start with 77, so we will take a pause when we are down to 27. So we have another 30 to go. And so let's just see what we end up getting here. So we got Proton, Glasha, Urmuk, Galerin, Lathai, Varvin. So a lot of these rare heroes are also very useful. I take advantage of quite a few of them too. And then we have Vanessa, another new unit I do not have. So we will talk about those new units later. So Benedict. And is this it's another epic, so not legendary, but it's Vigo. Awesome. So Vigo is a really, really great green damage dealer. So I'm really glad I pulled him because he is going to be really great against the blue bosses. All right, so let's keep going here. So we got a pretty good number of epic heroes. In fact, we were able to get some pretty close within each other. So let's take a look. And now if we do pull a legendary hero, I am hoping that it is going to be Dagda, of course. That is the goal of the summoning here. So we'll keep going until we hopefully pull him. And this is going to be another epic. And we have Goldmere. So I'm really happy actually right now. I've been pulling a lot of the heroes I don't already have. So I am getting pretty good luck here in terms of my epic heroes. So I'm filling out my roster of like the units I can use. And so that's certainly quite welcome here. All right, so we're down to 27, so that means we've pulled 50. And here is our first legendary card, and it's going to be Helica. So unfortunately, did not get Dagda, but I did get Helica, and so this is going to be a legendary unit that I will be able to use. It is it's a purple unit, and she will restore health to all targets and grant immunity. So she's going to be really helpful for all of your purple units. And so that is going to be the first legendary unit that I got after 50. So I pulled 50 here. I still have room, so I think what we can do is let's try for another 20, and then let's see what we get there. So let's keep going there. So we did manage to summon a legendary unit, so that is good. And here is our another epic hero that I don't have, Bohumir. So I almost had the whole family there. I think the only one I am missing there is I don't remember the name, but it's a blue one. Okay, so let's keep going there, and let's see. It is another epic. So we're actually pulling quite a bit of epic heroes, and we have Kevon here, another really good blue hero. So blues and greens are going to be the name of the game if you want to do well in your Rift fights. And so definitely getting some pretty good and useful units here. So let's keep going down to 7 remaining, I think, and that will be right at 70. So I'm going to keep 7 for myself, and then we'll do it for next time. But we're gonna open up 70 and then see what we end up getting. So we did get one legendary here, so that is pretty good. I haven't pulled a legendary out of these gold scrolls for quite a while now, and at least we end up getting one. All right, Chloe. So I actually have quite a few copies of Chloe already, but I will at least will be able to use her to level up her skills. Okay, so last one here. Let's take a look and see what we get. So it's going to be Tulipa. So we're going to leave these 7 here. I do want to make sure I have space in my inventory to pull. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up a platinum scroll. And we also have the platinum shards. So let's go ahead and open up one right now and see whether or not we get a legendary out of this. It could just be an epic, but let's keep our fingers crossed. It is a legendary, and it is going to be Jasper. So Jasper is going to be the legendary unit. It is a special warlock. So it is going to be a yellow unit. We do get, let's see, so it deals damage to all enemies and inflicts decreased defense and also decreased speed. Kind of like an Alton there. And then the passive ability will also inflict more Jester for all enemies, and also increases accuracy for every living enemy. So the more enemies there are, the higher his accuracy. So that is going to be our second legendary, so we pulled it from the platinum, so that means that if I pull the platinum scroll shard, probably going to be an epic hero. But let's go ahead and try it and see what we get. Again, unfortunately, the 8 times bonus did not work for me in pulling Dagda here, and we end up pulling Lily. I believe Lily is one that I already have, or maybe not. I can't remember, but that is going to be what we have for the summoning. And so with that though, what that means is I could go into the events here, and this should allow me to collect enough scrolls so that I could almost, right? So let's take a look here. So here you go. So now we've collected enough scrolls so that I can also get Najar. So Najar is going to be a really useful hero if you are using fire. And so I'm going to be crafting him, and then I'll level him up so that we could use him. So if you go into the altar, you can go into shards. Under the shards is where you'll see Najar, and then we can go ahead and view and then summon him. So now we have our event hero Najar. Couldn't get Dagda, unfortunately, but I think that Najar is actually a really useful red hero, so we will be using him, and you know, we're going to try him out in a fight. So unfortunately couldn't get Dagda, but I think overall being able to get Najar using the scrolls that are saved up for the event is a good idea anyway, because there's a chance that you could get the legendary hero, and even if you don't, you can at least pull him here. So that's going to be it for this summoning video. Hope you guys liked it, and I will definitely be showcasing Najar in a follow-up video on how he could be used against I guess it would be the Emerald Dragon for raid bosses. And so stay tuned for that. Until then, thanks a lot guys for watching. I'll see you next time in the next episode. Bye now.